That gate took like 7 minutes to fry.
Which is a good thing.
Somebody decides to break into Frost Bistro, come try to steal some money, steal the safe. Why not just do something in life to earn money and find something else to do? That's when they come out with the safe.
That's crazy. You know, it totally messes up your whole, like, your mental, you know what I'm saying?
Kirk Frost and Jasmine's relationship has always been full of drama, but things just took a turn for the worse. And now it's turning into something straight out of a reality TV show. Everyone thought things couldn't possibly get more complicated, but Jasmine decided to make sure they did. Reports are coming in that Kirk's house was recently attacked, and guess who's at the center of the chaos? That's right, it's Jasmine. The way everything went down is like something from a scripted show, full of wild twists and intense moments. It all started when Kirk made a huge decision. He filed for full custody of their son, Cannon. And let's just say, Jasmine didn't take it well at all. Witnesses are saying Jasmine showed up at Kirk's house unexpectedly, and when she got there, it wasn't just a visit. She reportedly started screaming at the top of her lungs, throwing things around, and even threatening Kirk. The situation got so out of control that security was called. And the fallout? Oh, it's about to get messy, for sure. So, what made Jasmine snap? What caused Kirk to go for full custody of Cannon? And most importantly, what happens next? Buckle up, because this situation is about to blow up even further. Let's break it all down, starting with how things got to this point. For those who've been following Kirk and Jasmine's relationship, you already know that it's been anything but stable. Jasmine first made headlines when it came out that Kirk had fathered a child with her while still married to his wife, Rashida. Remember that scandal? It was the kind of drama that shook up the entire show, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Kirk was out here living a double life, secretly seeing Jasmine while still married, and when the truth came out, it humiliated Rashida on a national level. But despite the betrayal, Rashida decided to stick by him. However, the drama between Kirk and Jasmine didn't end there. When their son, Cannon, was born, things got even worse. Jasmine didn't just want regular child support. Oh no, she demanded luxury support. She wanted money for private school tuition, designer clothes, and even things that seemed more suited for a celebrity than a regular child. And Kirk, naturally, wasn't having it. Now, fast forward to today, and Kirk and Jasmine have been battling it out over custody for years. Kirk has had limited visitation rights with Cannon, but every time he tried to get closer to his son, Jasmine would threaten to expose more of his shady behavior. Jasmine wasn't afraid to use her power to control the situation. According to sources close to the family, Jasmine started manipulating Kirk by controlling when he could see his son. She would demand more money, and she even threatened to release more dirt about Kirk's personal life if he didn't comply. But Kirk? He had finally had enough. Sources say Kirk realized that the only way to protect Cannon and regain control was to file for full custody. He wasn't looking for joint custody anymore. He wanted full custody. And when the news broke, people were shocked. Jasmine was completely blindsided. She was so upset, she reportedly bombarded Kirk with nonstop calls, angry texts, and voicemails. She even showed up at his business, demanding to speak with him. But Kirk was done. He ignored her calls, didn't respond to her messages, and had officially cut her off. That's when everything went downhill fast. One Saturday night, Jasmine showed up at Kirk's house uninvited and furious. Witnesses say she was banging on the door, screaming at the top of her lungs, acting like she was going to break the door down. But Kirk didn't open the door. Jasmine, however, wasn't backing down. She reportedly walked over to Kirk's luxury SUV and started keying it. When that didn't get his attention, she grabbed a brick and threw it through his window. And if you think that's bad, wait. Security cameras caught everything. The footage was not flattering. Jasmine was reportedly seen screaming Kirk's name, threatening to ruin his life if he didn't come outside. The craziest part? She was holding their son Cannon in her arms as all of this was going down. Jasmine screamed, "You're not taking my son away from me, over my dead body." Finally, Kirk opened the door, but not to calm her down. He opened the door to call security. Security came out and tried to escort Jasmine off the property, but she didn't go easily. Witnesses say she started throwing punches, kicking, screaming, and yelling at Kirk. Kirk, on the other hand, was just standing there, shaking his head in disbelief. He allegedly told her, "You're out of control, Jasmine." But Jasmine fired back, saying, "You think you can take my son from me? Over my dead body." By this point, neighbors had gathered outside, and social media was already lighting up with reactions. People were recording the scene, and the hashtags were flying. "Jasmine loses it" was trending, and when the police arrived, things really took a turn. Jasmine was reportedly arrested and taken away in handcuffs. She was screaming, "He's lying, he's trying to steal my baby." As she was led away, Kirk stood there, arms crossed, seemingly unfazed by the chaos. But the worst part? Cannon was right there, crying as his mother was being arrested. Witnesses say Kirk bent down and hugged Cannon, whispering, "It's okay, buddy. Daddy's got you." That wasn't the end of it, though. After Jasmine's live video ended, she went straight to social media again, promising to bring the real receipts to court. She said, "Kirk better be ready because when the truth comes out, you'll see who the real villain is." Kirk wasn't having it. Just hours after Jasmine's meltdown, his lawyer released a statement to the press, claiming that Kirk was seeking full custody due to Jasmine's unstable and unpredictable behavior. Kirk's lawyer also emphasized that he was committed to providing a safe environment for their son. But Kirk didn't stop there. He took to Instagram to post a picture of himself and Cannon with the caption, "My son comes first, always." Meanwhile, Jasmine was still out there throwing bricks, acting out of control, and losing her credibility in the public eye. Kirk's lawyer wasn't the only one getting involved. Behind the scenes, Kirk's team was already preparing to file for a restraining order to keep Jasmine away from him and Cannon until the custody hearing. And guess what? Jasmine reportedly violated that restraining order when she showed up at Kirk's house the night before. This violation could mean serious consequences for Jasmine, including criminal charges. And the big question now is, can Jasmine recover from this? Did she just throw away any chance of keeping Cannon in her life? It's not looking good for her, especially since Kirk's team is gathering evidence to prove that she's an unfit parent. They reportedly have proof that Jasmine misused child support payments and has been emotionally unstable for months. What's even worse? Kirk's team is planning to call Jasmine's ex, Rod, to testify against her. Rod is the same man who helped raise Cannon, and he's apparently fed up with Jasmine's behavior. He's ready to spill all the details about her parenting style. And when Jasmine found out that Rod was testifying, she reportedly lost it, calling him nonstop and yelling at him. As if that wasn't enough, Jasmine decided to make things even. Worse, by showing up at Kirk's restaurant with Cannon after being served with a restraining order. Kirk, who was sitting at the bar, immediately walked over and confronted her. "What are you doing here?" he reportedly asked, visibly annoyed. "I'm here to talk," Jasmine calmly replied. "We don't have anything to talk about," Kirk shot back. But Jasmine wasn't backing down. "I'm not leaving until we talk," she insisted. Witnesses say that Jasmine was starting to make a scene while Cannon just stood there, confused. Eventually, security had to intervene and escort her out. But before that happened, Jasmine screamed, "You're going to regret this, Kirk," as she was dragged away. Once again, social media went wild. The video of Jasmine being escorted out by security spread like wildfire, and people were quick to side with Kirk, calling him the more stable parent. But Jasmine, she just seemed to spiral further out of control. As the situation continues to unfold, it's clear that this custody battle is far from over. The drama is only going to get worse, and the court hearing is just around the corner. So, will Jasmine be able to turn things around, or has she already lost her chance to keep Cannon? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this is a custody battle like no other, and the fallout is going to be messy. Stay tuned.